There's a lot of buzz about women online these days. Everyone keeps talking about it and they all have something to say. We have feminists doing what feminists do, power cheat on men. We also have red pillars doing red pill stuff, which is to power shit on women while screaming at you to get your money up. You might wonder what makes me qualified to speak to you. And the truth is, I've been you. I've lived your current existence. I've failed in ways you probably can't imagine. I have been the worst among my peers. I've been dusty, and yet I became better. I know you've heard a lot of regurgitated lessons online. So don't worry, I wouldn't waste your time with any of that. The truth is, I'm a really balanced guy, so with me you get the balanced approach. At the end of this video, you will have all you need to become successful with women. But whether you succeed or fail will be up to you. Keep in mind that things will not change overnight. You will have to ease your way into it. In this video, we'll cover different aspects of female attraction. What really gets women attracted to you? And how do you keep this attraction once you get it? Disclaimer, this is not a video about smashing as many chicks as possible. I mean, you could do that if you want, but I'll tell you, it doesn't make you more masculine or better with women. If anything, it just gives you a taste of variety, and in the end, you'll come to the same conclusion. Box is box. And although boxes are not created equal, they all do the same effing thing. I approach everything in life with honor. And honor does not mean not cheating, but don't leave a trail of broken promises. Do not ruin the minds of women who are good to you, and limit your exposure to women who are broken. The goal of this video is not to merely help you attract and smash chicks, but to go beyond the carnal aspect of things, to create deep and lasting connections with said woman or women. I think it's our best mode of existence as men. The first thing anyone would notice about you is your looks, and women are no different. Actually, for them, it's much more important. A woman will always give you a chance if your looks appeal to her. Of course, every woman is different, so their attraction will be based on their preferences. We even have women that claim to be attracted to dad bods, but in general, most women be attracted to certain things, solely on principle. It's as simple as understanding your role as a man and your duty to society. Once you understand this, you'll never allow yourself to be scrawny and weak. Neither would you allow yourself to become fat and lazy. A woman demands security. I would naturally gravitate to those who can provide that. She's not being mean, she's not body shaming you, it's just what it is. It's crazy when I hear men talk about how they want women to love them for who they are on the inside and not judge them by their physical appearance. I understand the sentiment, but grow up. You don't have to be built like a tank or a supermodel. Just do what you can to be and remain in some type of shape. If you can't even manage that, then I'm sorry, you don't love yourself enough to be loved. Look at it this way, you have a duty to women and society at large to be strong and dependable as a man. Do this and they'll give themselves to you. After all, you only love women because they are lovely, caring and soothing to be around. You wouldn't love a woman if she was abrasive, would you? Do your part, my friend. Physicality and psychology go hand in hand. We can't really talk about one without talking about the other. Take for example, you get in good physical shape, but don't know when to assert yourself and when to be calm. Or maybe you don't have the balls to stand your ground. It will take time, but you need to develop an edge. Not just in the realm of violence and confrontations, but also with regards to dealing with women. It's a balancing act. You have to balance being sweet and kind with being rough and firm. Keep in mind that too much of either will be equally as bad. I want you to dispel the illusion that if you're always nice to a woman, she'll love you and be nice to you in return. Or that if you're always mean to her and unappreciative of her efforts, she would keep chasing your validation. Actually, I've seen many women fall for this, but I've also seen how it ends. As these women are usually broken and would always seek external validation whether they get it from you or not. These are the kind of girls that get passed around in the group. You might know someone like this. In truth, truly healthy and intelligent women command respect. They'll sniff out your game almost immediately and you'll lose them forever. Of course you can fake it and fool a few, but the truth always reveals itself. That's why I urge you to develop this balance within yourself. Have your own set of principles, hard lines you wouldn't compromise on. Be sweet and kind to your women until they dance on those lines. Then you'll have to be firm, and depending on the scenario, you might have to get rough. But always remember, she's not a guy, so don't treat her as one. You have to treat women like you would babies. Of course they're not babies, they're intelligent and capable of evil. That's another thing for you to balance. I'll remind you again. It's important that you release her to the wild if she doesn't follow your principles. Notice I didn't cover sexual psychology. I'll leave that for you to explore and maybe touch on that and other topics in subsequent videos. If you have a good physical presence and the right psychology, then you've gotten about 80% of what you need. But trust me, money and status are really important, as you probably already know. The goal is to have enough to take care of yourself and maintain your dignity. There will always be women for you so long as your dignity is intact. But that shouldn't stop you from trying your very best to become as rich as possible. What I actually wouldn't want you to do is make your entire life about money. Money is very important and you need it to get the very best of everything. But you don't need to be rich to get women or be respected. All money does is amplify who you are already. And if you think you need to be rich to get women, then you deserve no women. Of course you need to be of certain income status to get certain women. But your income should not be the main driving force of attraction. You don't believe me? Just look online. Millionaires getting played for their money all the time. You see men with money and they can't get even the basic respect from their women. All this stems from not having the right mentality. And you can't have the right mentality without having good physicality and psychology. All in all, do your best to increase your income. Don't waste your time chasing women, because if you do the first two things right, you just kind of run into them. Stay within your budget and don't be afraid to do nice things for the women you're with. A nice dinner here, a little fun there wouldn't hurt as long as you can afford it comfortably. You've probably heard this before, but you need to have an abundance mindset. I remember watching a video from a channel called Alpha Male Strategy. He just kept hammering on this, and even after all these years, it's still stuck with me. You know, it stuck with me for a good reason, because this mindset translates to almost everything in your life. The idea is to not approach things like you're in luck. For example, some guys are hesitant to treat women they are cutting to nice things. And the rationale is that these women have probably been banged by other guys who are just around for a free meal. Do you notice the scarcity and lack in this way of thinking? Whoever you're with should have a good time with you, regardless of their motives. It's not your job to think about what their intentions are. They will reveal themselves eventually. I don't even think about my girl cheating. I don't check her phone or try to find out where she went or who she was with. I don't care as long as she does what she's supposed to do with me. I'm completely focused on being the best version of myself and thus being the best partner I can be. If she ups and leaves, it's okay. There's so many women out there to meet. I'm not afraid to walk away if she fumbles. Always remember that every woman is different, and you will have to match their energy. Learn to read the room and keep your emotions in check. Keep in mind that you'll meet women who are trash. Don't get jaded, absorb the pain and learn from it. Let me know if you're interested in any topic in general, and tell me what you think in the comments.
Talk to me, you know I'm ready. I go booga who want shit. If I made a man that's next and I just leave him to the fishes. Whenever they speak to me, it's not a sent to something fishy. They no cowards in my circle, cause they're turn around.